The Kyoto Institute of Culture and Language is a Japanese language school located within the city of Kyoto. It is part of the same campus which makes up the Kyoto University of Art and Design and shares many facilities and privileges with the university. The school itself currently teaches roughly 270 students who have come from all over the world to study Japanese. It is able to accommodate the educational needs of any Japanese level, stretching from beginner to advanced level classes. It also incorporates a number of practical cultural activities into its curriculum, which include the traditional Japanese arts, Kyoto field trips, and preparation for working in Japan. By being part of an art university, it also provides the unique opportunity to interact with Japanese students who are studying art and design. Students from the school are also able to access the university cafe, among other facilities. We asked some students questions relating to the school and Kyoto. Why do you study Japanese?
So why did I want to study Japanese? In Chicago we had a Japanese exchange student living with us, and ever since then I really wanted to learn the language, so that's why.
At university I was studying Japanese history and I became particularly fascinated with Japanese culture and of course with Japanese history as well. And in order to gain a deeper understanding of the culture and of the history, and in order to study more in the future, after this I hope to do some research, I felt like I needed to learn the language, and that's why I came here.
I've always had a very deep interest for Japan and Japanese culture ever since I was a teenager. As soon as I graduated from university, I decided to give myself the opportunity to come to the country and learn the language and learn the culture while living here, while learning in a fully Japanese language environment.
Why did you choose to come to Kyoto?
Why wouldn't you choose Kyoto? It's Kyoto. It's like a city and it's not a city. But if you go to Tokyo, maybe you'd be hanging out every day, or go around the city and stuff. That's gonna cost a lot of money. But if you're in Kyoto, it's a good balance of city and country.
Well, I was actually here last year as well. I was traveling around in Asia a bit, and I was in Japan for 3 weeks, and I stayed in Kyoto quite a while. And I fell in love with the city because it's so beautiful and there's so much culture. So I just thought I wanted to stay here a little longer.
What class have you found most useful?
I think the most useful class was the free classes that you could take in the afternoon. I took the newspaper class the first semester that I came here, and that was really interesting because we not only talked about current events every day, but then we were given a newspaper article at the end of every day, and we could read the article and fill out a little questionnaire: who, what, where, when, why. And that was really interesting because at that point I wasn't confident in my Japanese, but after being able to read a newspaper every week, I really felt better about it.
The most useful class to me is probably the preparation for art university class, where we practice rough sketching and painting. So this class is basically catered towards people who are thinking of entering art university, and for people who basically have not taken any art classes back in their home country in high school or anything like that. So yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Kyoto?
Compared to other cities, Kyoto is a serious student city. It's just full of students. There's so many people from so many countries. I've met Kazakhstanis since I've been here, and Paraguayans, and people from countries that I know nothing about, to be perfectly honest.
It's hard to choose. Kyoto is full of amazing places that you can get to visit all the time and very conveniently. But I gotta say, a very popular place here is the river, especially during the summer months, because you get to meet so many people, both from other countries and Japanese people, and it is really you really underestimate how much of your experience will be meeting people and getting to know them and making friends rather than being just at school.
I really like the school area. The school is kind of located at a hill, so you can walk up quite far and you get a really good view over the city, and that's really nice.
Do you have any words for new students?
I've known people from other schools, like in Tokyo, and they were just studying there, and it really just feels like they're just learning the language, and their teachers aren't even that enthusiastic. They might go out for a field trip or two, but that's about it. They're just studying. But at KSCL, you get to know your teachers. Sometimes they'll hang out with you. You have like little parties with your class, and like you can talk to them like they're real people. They're not robots or anything.
My number one message would be the time passes a lot quicker than you realise. Try not to say no to things, because before you know it, I mean, it's such a great time here that I've been here for over a year and it feels like nothing. So my message would be go all in on everything.